Hi everybody, and welcome to VLF Media TV. My name is Victoria, and in this channel we talk about marketing strategies for logistic and small businesses. So with that being said, let's get started. Today's video has been sponsored by our agency, VLF Media. If you are a freight forwarder or in the logistic and transportation industry and need help with your creative direction, brand awareness, or social media management, go ahead and leave us a comment below or write to us at hello@vlfmedia.us right here. So today we're going to be talking about 5 ways that you can enhance your online presence. Now, this is applicable for both logistic companies and small businesses. Now, the first thing that you're gonna need, I think you know what it is, your logo. Yes, a logo is very important and is not something that you have to put an afterthought in. It's something that needs a lot of strategy and a lot of psychology behind something that may look simple, but in the subconscious brain, it creates a whole communication up here. So for example, you're a logistic company that services in, let's say, Italy. You want to be the authority in your market, right? So the first thing that you're going to be looking is the color psychology and how do people associate you. So if you're going to partner with other forwarders in the US or forwarders in other parts of the world, you want to be associated by like the IT forwarder in Italy. So what we would suggest is to place the Italian flag colors inside your color palette in your logo, and your logo shouldn't have more than 3 colors or more than 3 fonts, meaning different typefaces. Because if it's too confusing, it's hard to remember in our subconscious brain. So it's very important to keep that in mind when designing a logo. Second thing you're gonna need, obviously, is a website. However, I know that most of you have a website, but is it optimized to the way that it should be so your audience can relate to you and place you as their go-to person or go-to business? So your website should convey who you are, what you do, and how does your customer relate to you. And that's very important in the about section. Give them a backstory that you know that people in your industry or that your customer avatar can relate. So it's a story that if they read it, they'll be like, oh, that sounds like me. Oh, that looks like me, or I've been there, or I'm going through that right now. And so it already starts building rapport with your customer. A lot of people don't read the about section, but trust me, if I want to do business with you, I'm going to be all up in that about section. Third point that is very, very important is social media presence. Now, your business does need social media presence in a select platform where your audience lives. So if you're a freight forwarder, your audience is most likely going to be either on LinkedIn or Facebook, period. But for other businesses, depending on their industry and their niche, that could be anything. As a business owner, what you want is for your target audience to find you where they live and want to do business with you. That's the whole point, right? So think about your social media strategy. Think about who is your customer avatar. Of course, you know your customer better than I do. So where would they be? Where do they hang out? Think about those things and then target and then create valuable content inside these platforms. Speaking of valuable content, that would be our next point. Valuable content means adding value or positioning yourself as an expert in your field and giving free advice to your customers or your potential customers. So if somebody is looking for a freight insurance, most freight forwarders don't see the value in freight insurance. Why? Well, because they're either don't have the knowledge about it, or they don't see the value in it. And if you're an insurance company that specializes in freight and insuring freight, then this is a very valuable niche for you. You need to educate your customer and say, hey, we service you in this way, and this is why our service is important. This is how we provide value to you. And finally, our fifth and last point, consistency. Now, the consistency doesn't mean to go crazy and post every single day, because sometimes, we're humans, we're not robots. And sometimes that's not really possible, especially when you're in the logistic industry. You're really crazy busy. You're talking to people in all different time zones. You don't have a 9-to-5 set hour, and just posting something every day seems just not doable, or you don't see the value in it. But the value in it, first of all, I want to address that. The value in it is that you may have a customer volume right now, but you don't know when your attrition point will be, right? You don't know if those customers are going to dry out, if they're out of business, especially with COVID, they're not shipping anymore, etc. So you want to have a bank of potential customers that you can rein in on if your existing customers disappear. Creating consistency with valuable content means being accountable with your word. So if you say you post content once a week, okay, then commit to that. Post the content once a week, or schedule it for once a week, what have you. But make sure that when you say we post every Tuesday at 8 p.m., make sure that that post is there every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Because it's maybe not everybody will read it, or not everybody will be lining up to see it, but it shows that you're a person or a business of your word. You keep your word, right? And trust is very important in the community, in building community and building relationships with potential partners. So that's all for today, guys. And if you like this content, please give this video a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave us a comment below on which tip did you like the most, or does this tip sound like you? Thank you so much, and see you guys next time. Bye.